Hello, everybody. This is part one of my episode of JoAnna's point of view. I had previously shot it. The video cut off and disappeared. I don't know WTF YouTube is doing. So I'm shooting part one again. So you guys bear with me. I'll try to make it quick, even though it was a pretty long video. So I did want to talk to you guys about several things today. But first, I want to give a disclaimer, if you will. The last video that I made, some people were upset by me describing the white man in the Walmart who I felt like was assaulting me with potential coronavirus, breath, because he was totally not respecting my personal space. But some people kind of took that as me making slights or jokes against white people. And I just want to say that my show, this is meant to entertain. It's my point of view on various topics, a lot of them serious, but I try to give a comedic edge to everything that I say, because comedy is the one last place that people have to be able to say what the fuck they want. You know what I mean? Like, because it's comedy. It's meant for you to listen to it, laugh at it, and then think about it later like, but damn, she was right though. We have to do something different. So I don't want anybody to ever be offended by anything that I post on my channel, because to me, this is comedy. And if you can laugh at it, please do. But if it makes you think, I want that too. So the first thing I want to discuss is the George Floyd murder and the subsequent charging of the police officers and the protests that are going on around the country, around the world, for, protesting the murder of George Floyd. Now, I do want to say this. Let me give this disclaimer. I have not seen the video of George Floyd's death. I've been told about it. Some people have sent me links. I don't want to see that, because it's not the first one. I don't need to see another video of another black man being choked to death by the police. I've seen it. I know what that visual looks like. And I know the feelings that everybody have right now and that everybody are expressing right now about what happened. I've had those feelings too. I have those feelings too. But the problem is that we live in such a social media, we live in such a social media indulgent community that we see it all the time. It's not new to us. It's been happening. We've seen it before. But the problem is that no one is retaining any of these memories. Everybody's up in arms and mad about George Floyd right now. But everybody also was up in arms and mad about Tamar Rice, the child who was shot and killed by a police officer for playing with a toy gun. People were pissed the fuck off about Eric Gardner, who was choked out by the police on camera. People were upset about Laquan McDonald. They were upset about so many. The names all run together in my mind. There's been so many. And we get mad about it when it first happens and we first see it, because the footage is new to us. We can go and see it. It's new. But the only thing that's really new about the footage is it's just new faces. We've seen all of this shit before. And we were mad about it then. But then the next one happened, and we had to get mad about that one. And then a short while later, the next one happened, and we had to get mad about that one. And then another one, and then another one. Then people are forgotten. Eric Gardner, forgotten. Tamir Rice, forgotten. Laquan McDonald, forgotten. Because there comes another one shortly thereafter that we have to then get mad about. The problem isn't us getting mad and protesting. The problem is us staying mad. We stay mad just long enough for them to do it again and distract us with another murder, and then we jump on that bandwagon and get mad about that one. I'm just asking that we all, black, white, purple, Asian, Indian, I just ask that we all start putting the true value on people's lives. We have to start valuing people's lives. Not just George Floyd's, not just Tamir Rice, not just Laquan McDonald, not just Eric Gardner. We have to start valuing everybody's right to live. Screw how they're living. They have the right to live. So if y'all are very, very, very upset about George Floyd to the point where you're out protesting, stay mad. Don't forget his name. Don't forget this one. Because the cops have all been charged. But there'll be another one coming. And we'll rally behind that one and put so much focus on that one that we will not notice when they quietly drop all the charges against those police officers. Am I lying? Am I lying? Think about it. I only know of one police officer in my generation, in my 35 years of living, I only know of one that has actually had to face any consequences for taking a black life. And that was the white lady in Dallas. And she only got 10 years for walking in somebody else's, a black man's apartment, not hers, a black man's apartment, and shooting him because she thought he was an intruder in his own damn house. She got 10 years for that. And we felt like, well, at least we got some justice. No, we didn't. 10 years for taking the life of somebody who was just fucking chilling in their own home, watching TV, not bothering a soul? 10 years. And everybody's like, oh, well, thank God for small blessings. It's so small. Because we ain't staying mad about it. Get big mad. Let's actually make some things change. Because right now, the us versus them is not black versus white. It's the American public versus the police. Because it ain't just black people. Next week, I'm going to come up and I'm going to talk to you about some of the white people who have been massacred here in America by those good old police. And when you hear about it, that shit's going to infuriate you too, if you have a heart. But I just implore you guys not to take the stance that it's us versus them like it's black versus white. No, it's much deeper than that. It is us, the American public, versus the militarized, I probably said that wrong, oh well, police that are being trained to see the American public that they're supposed to protect and serve. They're trained to see us as potential threats at all times. Imagine if you were broke down on the side of the road and you saw a police officer and you tried to flag him down for some help and they said, "Oh, I thought he was waving a gun at me, so I blew her away." My fault. Nothing to happen. Because we don't stay mad. We lose focus when they do the next. And that's why they're doing it. Be diligent, folks. Don't forget George Floyd. Now, the next thing I want to discuss is Wish.com. Are y'all familiar with that? The online shopping tool, the online app where you can go and you can order things, beautiful things, lovely things, and then they ship them to you. And the prices are usually really, really good too. I used to be a big Wish fan back in the day. I used to order a lot from them. And some of the stuff might come, broken or, not as expected or, not as advertised. And then, you would just send Wish a message and tell them and maybe take a few pictures and send it to them and they'll give you your money back. Not anymore. During the COVID crisis, what Wish has started to do now is something that's very, very sneaky. And they need to be exposed. And they need to be sued. What they're doing now is, when you go to Wish, the first screen that pops up says, Wish is delivering to, and then it says the name of your community. Mine says Wish is delivering to Paris, Texas. So I'm thinking, oh shit, the deliveries are still good, so I should be able to get my stuff, no problem. Don't you believe it? So you go on Wish, you find some items that you like, you make the order. Wish then sends you an email and says, "Thank you for your order. We'll let you know when your item has been shipped." And then they'll send you something and say, "Your item has been shipped." And they'll give you a tracking thing so you can track that shipment. And they'll give you a expected delivery date, a deadline. Well, when I ordered at the end of April, my expected due date for something that I paid like $100 and something for, a professional camera for the show, as a matter of fact, the due date or the date of delivery was supposed to be May the 9th. May the 9th came, I hadn't received it. I went to go check and see what the status was and noticed they had changed the delivery expected date. So it went from May the 9th to May 20th. Okay, that's weird, but I can wait. May 20th comes around. Nothing still arrives. I check on the app to see what's going on. Maybe it's time for me to request a refund because my shit ain't here. And notice that they've changed the delivery date again. So now it's June 1st. So now I'm sending messages. Okay, listen, y'all keep changing the expected by date on these items that I paid a lot of money for that I just found out, my fault, should have researched, but that I just found out are coming from China, which is the epicenter of where the coronavirus COVID-19 pandemic started. And that the United States isn't really accepting too many packages from China right now. So the likelihood of me getting the stuff that I ordered from you guys is like little to none. But y'all keep changing the delivery date so that I can't request a refund. What's going on? And they'll say either, well, what's the order number? So give them the order number and they'll say, oh, well, we show that this item still has X amount of days to be delivered. So if you don't receive it then let us know. Did y'all not hear me say that when I first called, when I first emailed y'all and said the delivery date keeps changing? When is my stuff going to arrive, or when are you guys going to allow me to make a request for my money back? Because now we're a whole month past the date that it was supposed to be delivered, and y'all just keep moving the date. And then they'll say, well, if you don't receive it by this date, let us know. And we'll begin the refund process then. And you go back and check again, and lo and behold, the delivery date has changed again. So what Wish is doing is they're taking people's money who are clueless and oblivious to the situation of where all these things are coming from. They're taking our money and changing the delivery dates, moving it further out to avoid having to pay back anyone their money in hopes that we'll just forget and go the fuck away. What kind of business practices is them, Wish? Like, you're not gonna stay in business like that. You know how many lawsuits that Wish has already settled for bullshit like this? Like, well, I guess it's easy to keep settling lawsuits when you're keeping millions and millions of dollars to people all over the fucking world that are expecting things to be delivered that never arrive, and the delivery date just keeps getting pushed out further and further to avoid allowing them to even submit a request for a refund. I'm contacting my attorney general. Something needs to be done about Wish. But if you guys have had some experiences with Wish and them stealing your money and changing the delivery dates to avoid having to refund anything, let me know in the comments. Because I'm thinking, maybe it's time that Wish had another class action lawsuit hit that ass. Because apparently the 3 that they've already settled in the last 5 years weren't deep enough in their pockets. So, I began my second video talking about the movie Just Mercy. What, have y'all seen that movie? Right now they have it for free on most streaming services, which is a good thing because I've been wanting to see it, but I didn't want to order it and pay for it. I just didn't. So I just I'll see it whenever it comes out on at the Redbox or something. But no, they have it for free now on most of the streaming services, so you guys can go and watch it, and I implore you to do that. It is a very good movie, and it shows the resilience and the strength of a black family. But there's something in it that rubbed me the wrong way, because I saw this man being set up and taken and put on death row away from his wife and his 3 children, and it's devastating. But then we later on find out that this man had lovely wife at home, 3 beautiful children at home. He owned his own business. He was doing pretty good for himself. But it wasn't good enough. He was cheating on his black wife with a white woman from town. We later find out that's the reason why they set his ass up to go to jail for this murder that they know that he didn't commit, because he was fucking a white chick. And while he was going through all of those years on death row and all of those appeals and all the stuff that he was going through to get out and to fix the wrong that was done to him, because it was definitely a wrong. His wife was at home holding him down, taking care of his kids, orchestrating all of the attorneys and all of the marching and all of the interviews. She was at home orchestrating everything to bring her husband home. And the thanks that she got for all of her dedication was cheated on. Y'all check out the next video. We'll pick it up there.